Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I am very excited to be doing my Leakycon haul. I had so much fun this weekend, and by the time you're watching this video my vlog should already be up. I vlogged every single day and it was so much fun, and I got some really great stuff and I got to meet some really great people, and I made so many awesome new friends, and it was just so much fun to be with all these Harry Potter fans, and it just felt like home. I definitely recommend going, like, if you ever get the chance. I really hope I get to go next year, but let's get on into this haul because there is quite a few stuff. So the thing I'm going to start with is the little bag they gave us when you go and register as soon as you get to the con. And the first, like, most important thing that comes in the bag is your name tag. So the badge looks like this, and you put your name on it, and I had the general pass for the 3-day weekend, and it's just this really cool Leakycon lanyard that just has the dates and like where it was held. So that was really cool. I really want to put this lanyard on my keys. And this didn't come in the bag, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because it's attached to the lanyard. As I was waiting in line, there was this little girl who was so adorable, and she would go up to everyone in line and be like, "What house are you?" And you would tell her, and she would give you a little gift, and she goes, "And you can put that on your lanyard." So she just gave us these beads, like, in our house colors, which was so thoughtful and so cute. So yeah, I wore this all weekend and I love it, and I didn't want to take it off when Leakycon was over. Next is this handy dandy The Attendees Guide to Leakycon 2018. It just has literally like everything in it. It has the map in it, it has all the vendors, it has all the guests and the attendees. Like, it's so well made, and the cool thing is on the inside it says this book is property of the Hogwarts Library, which that was cool. And then I am also a very scheduled person, so this was really awesome to receive, and it is just all 3 days laid out on separate little cardstocks, and it's the entire schedule front and back. So that was really great and awesome, and I'm so glad this was in the welcome package. And then there's also just a little advertisement for Leakycon next year. There's going to be 2 next year at Dallas and Boston, so I'm hoping I can go to one of them. And then at these conventions, people make ribbons to hang on your name tag. I didn't hang mine on my name tag, but I kept them just as little keepsakes. So this came in the bag, and it just says Leakycon, Dallas, Texas. And then last but not least, there is a Leakycon sticker and a Leakycon pen. Next, I'm actually going to show you 2 things that aren't Harry Potter related, but I still got at Leakycon. There was a lot of vendors there, and I really wanted some art prints, and I saw this one that was just incredible. His name is Ryan. If I find his information online, I will definitely link it down below because his prints are incredible. And so he was doing a 2 for $20 deal. So the first one I got was this Toothless right here. I love How to Train Your Dragon and Toothless, and this is just absolutely stunning art, and he did sign it for free for you, which is really cool. So to go along with that, I got the new female dragon in the 3rd How to Train Your Dragon film, and she is also just absolutely stunning, and he signed it as well. And so when these go together, they're just like looking at each other, and it's so cute, and they're just they're so beautiful. And then a little bit later I went back to his booth because I wanted a Harry Potter print, and he actually gave this one to me for $10, which is so cheap because these prints are huge and they're just amazing artwork, and he's so talented. So I just got the Hogwarts castle, and it just looks so good, and once again it is signed, and there is a hidden death mark. Can you see it right there? But this is just absolutely beautiful and amazing, and I can't wait to frame it and hang it on my wall. So one of the booths I went to was the Hungarian wand shop. So I got myself a wand, and it's not a character wand, it's just a handmade wand that they made, and it chose me. So it is my wand, and it is just this beautiful black wand, and there's just some detailing on the handle there. Black is my favorite color, so it's just, it fits so perfectly in my hand, and it's so light and well made, and I love it. And so with every wand purchase, you got a free like wand bag and a free essence. So the one I got was, I'm not quite sure how to say it, it's either Griffin or Gryphon, because it has a Y in it. I think it's probably Griffin Talon, and it's just this vial right here. You can see the name on it, and then it has little stones in it. So cool. I love this so much, and to have my very own wand is just beautiful and amazing. And I actually forgot to mention the things that I'm wearing. So I am wearing this Leakycon hoodie, which I absolutely love. It's so soft and comfy, and I love the color so much. These were $50, but on the last day they were doing a half off sale for the hoodies, so I got it for $25, which is amazing. And actually my very first purchase of Leakycon was this time turner necklace, and this was only $5, and it's like metal and so nice, and it spins so easily, and there's sand in it, and it's just amazing. But the vendor I got this necklace from was giving out a free gift with every purchase, and so the free gift is this golden snitch bracelet, and it's just so dainty and beautiful, and I will always wear these now. I love them. Next, I have another print that I got from a different booth, and they put it in this nice little paper sack with a Hogwarts crest sticker. So let me take that out. So it's just this amazing Hufflepuff artwork, and it says, "There's a magic about you that is all your own." And I love it because it's Hufflepuff, but also because she's blonde and I am blonde and I'm Hufflepuff, so it's just like me. So I met this wonderful girl named Emily, and we became really good friends and hung out like the entire weekend after we met, like at the very beginning on the very first day. And she had homemade, handmade bracelets for each house. So she gave me one for a Hufflepuff house, and I just love it because she made it and she's great. So hi Emily, if you're watching this, I love you. I'm so glad I met you. And like I talked about at the beginning when I showed that Leakycon ribbon, a bunch of booths and vendors and just random people were giving out these ribbons. I only got 4. Some people got like so many that they were dragging on the floor from their name tag. But one that I got, I can't remember what booth I got this from, but it's so funny. It says, "You know nothing of the dark arts, ... and crafts." So that's just really funny. I think it was like an arts and crafts booth or something, but I saw it and snatched it up. Another one is for the Puffs musical on Off-Broadway, and it just says Puffs now playing Off-Broadway, and this was at the Puffs booth, obviously. And then lastly, one that means so much to me is from This Star Won't Go Out. So it just says TSWGO, we won't let it, with a little star. And this one was really cool because it's about this girl, Esther Earl, who has the book This Star Won't Go Out, and she was a huge Leakycon fan, and her book was actually the reason I heard about Leakycon in the first place, so that was really cool. And before I forget, there was also a medieval times booth set up, and you could like win different prizes, and I actually won a free ticket to medieval times, which is crazy because those can get expensive. But yeah, I got a free ticket and it's good for a year, so hopefully I go pretty soon. So next I got 2 books because I was like, I have to get a Harry Potter book at the Harry Potter convention. So the first one I got was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and this is in the new Brian Selznick art edition, which just came out, and I'm obsessed with these. And I also got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets in the same edition. And at that booth, they gave you 2 free bookmarks, and so this one is just the booth that it was at, and it's called Bibliobar. It's a bookstore, bar, and cafe coming to North Dallas in 2019, which sounds so cool. And the next bookmark is actually all of the artwork for the new Brian Selznick covers. And I did buy one last thing at that booth because they were doing this really amazing thing where for every purchase with something that has a Dobby on it, 100% of the proceeds would go to prevent child trafficking. So I got this lovely Dobby bookmark, and it just says, "Dobby is a free elf, and Dobby has come to save Harry Potter and his friends." And it's just like beautiful watercolor, and it's so cute, and I love that quote. So now on to the exciting part. Not that that all wasn't very exciting, but now we're on to the part of when I met all of the actors and actresses. So the very first person I met on day 1 of Leakycon was Alison Sudol, and there's probably gonna be glare on this picture. There you go. But yeah, she was so nice. I met her on the first day, like I said, and I went up to her and gave her a hug, and I was just like, "It's such an honor to meet you," and she was like, "Likewise." And then we took a picture. The pictures are very quick, so you only get like a few words in, But yeah, I said that, and then I was just like, it's so good to meet you when I was leaving. She was like, you too. She was just so nice, and she's just amazing. Like, her personality is me, and she was just so excited to be there, and it was so cool meeting her. The next person I met was Christian Coulson, who plays Chamber of Secrets Tom Riddle, and I wasn't planning on meeting him, but I spontaneously bought an autograph session for him because I am low-key obsessed with Tom Riddle because of him. Like, I don't think you understand. He was only in the film for like 20 minutes, but the way he played Tom Riddle has stuck in my mind since I was very little. He executed him so flawlessly, and he just set the whole tone for like the rest of the series, and like he just played Tom Riddle the way I always saw in my head. So I just love him so much, and I wish that his character had been like in the books or films more because he just did it so good. And so I got to tell him all that, and I actually had him sign my Chamber of Secrets edition that I just bought. And so he put to Keeley Joe, glad I'm your favorite, Christian Coulson, and then he also signed it Tom Riddle, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, that was so cool to meet him and just to tell him how important his role was, even though it was very small. The next person I met was so very exciting, and I think that he was probably the most exciting one for me, and that was Devin Murray, who plays Seamus Finnegan. And oh my gosh, I love his accent, and also he is so funny. Like, hilarious. And the cool thing was with the photograph, as soon as you walked in, you know, like I said, they rush you, but he would grab your hand and shake it and ask what your name was and how you were. Like, he genuinely wanted to know who everyone was. So that was really cool, and I just got to tell him that he is so funny, which was really cool. But I love him. It was just so exciting to meet him, and I liked him before, like, this convention, but this convention just really made me love him even more. But yeah, he's also like taller than me, but he's very short, and so we make a beautiful couple. And every time I would show someone this picture, they were like, girl, y'all are cute. And I was like, right? The next person I met was Dan Fogler, who plays Jacob Kowalski in the Fantastic Beasts films. He was so cool, and let me tell you, he is also extremely hilarious. So when I saw him, I got to tell him that I love him in Fantastic Beasts, of course, and also the Goldbergs, because that's where I first watched him. And I also got to tell him that he is my little sister's favorite character, which she was so excited that I told him that. But yeah, he was just really cool, and it was just amazing to meet him, especially because he is a Tony, so like that's a big deal. And I actually had so much fun meeting Devin Murray that I met him a second time to get our picture signed. So he just put Keeley Joe, believe in magic, Devin Murray. So that was so much fun, and he has so many animals and he talks about them a lot, so I got to tell him that I love hearing him talk about his animals because I also love animals. And I told him I lived in London and Ireland was the only place that I haven't been to, so he told me that I need to come visit. And I was like, is that an invitation? Because I'll take you up on that. And it's funny, so my first name has 3 E's in it, and I always joke with people about how it's an excessive amount of E's. And so when he was writing it, he was like, oh, you have a lot of E's in your name. And I was like, Devin, I say that every time, like, you get me. And last but not least, and the last thing I have to show you, is Chris Rankin. I got to meet Percy Weasley. He's so cool and genuine and down to earth, and I got to meet him, and I feel like it's been a long time coming because we have had a few Twitter interactions. I was like, I finally get to meet you, and he goes, I finally get to meet you. And then he gave me like a double high five when I was leaving. But he was just super cool, and he's wearing a Hogwarts sweater, which is awesome. But yeah, it was so cool to meet him, and just I loved it. I loved it so much. So that is it for my Leakycon haul. I hope you enjoyed. I am so thankful that I got to go to Leakycon to get this stuff and meet all these wonderful people. But thank you so much for watching. Stay magical. Bye!